Hello YouTube, today I'll show you Dragon Link deck profile. Is a pure Dragon Link deck profile. It's not with Brave tokens or Snow for that matter or Destrudo. I opt to not play those cards. In my opinion they win more and you don't really need this Destrudo in a graveyard with Ravine when you can simply send Observer and get what you want. And extra deck, you don't have to play the Shooting Riser to send Snow. In the combo version of the deck, I really like them because of course this combo you have Snow twice and a lot of negates for that matter. But pure Dragon Link, you just want to stop your opponent as much as possible due to hand traps, seals, and your Savage or Abyss if you open up really broken. And next turn just OTK or even going second if hand traps were enough. You just want to OTK your opponent because this deck does it by any means. Boral Sword and Access Code. It's pretty easy to OTK with this deck. But without further ado, let's start with the main deck monsters. Of course for the Rocket lineup, 3 Tracer. I see builds playing 2. I kinda can understand it, but why search it with Observer where you could just draw it, and even if you open it, it's a normal summon dragon, so you can start up your plays from there. Next, I do play 2 targets for 2 level 4 targets for Tracer's effect, which is Silver Rocket and Recharger. I mean, the amount of time I draw, I used to play, of course, there's a standard build, just plays 1 Recharger, and when you draw it and you don't have the other one in your deck to go for your Chaos Ruler with Tracer's effect, that really sucks. So I have to play 2 targets for this, and the worst case scenario, if you draw 1, you can always special summon it with Boots, and also it has a neat effect, doesn't really come up, but you can also play the Magna Rocket, but more for the stats. Next, 2 Rocket Synchros, of course, helps you make your Abyss, and also is one of the best normal summon when you already establish a board or activated Ravine to send up Router, because you can normal summon, special summon one of your level 7s from the graveyard, and that's your Synchro 8, and you can just continue playing. Next, Observer, you want to play 2 Extender in the hand, and when it's sent to the graveyard, is also searches you a Rocket Monster, so it's really nice. Next, for Dragon Extenders and Chaos Space Searchers targets, 1 white and 1 black, not much to say about this. 1 Levineer, 1 is all you need. I was thinking of playing 2 of these, because if you open it, well, it's not bad because it rips 1 card of your opponent's hand if you open just the one Safer, for example. But yeah, I still think 1 is the way to go. If I was playing a 60 card build, then I might play this card at 3 even. So yeah, 1 Omni Dragon Bro Tower. The theory behind this is the amount of times you will face a back row deck in this meta will be increased with Eldritch and all the things riding around, and you don't play first turn or first duel, you don't play any back row removal, but you have access to your Levineer, which is pretty dope, because you can just search it with Brotar, and on a, let's say with opponent playing back row deck, you don't have much to bounce with Seal, so you gotta bounce, let's say, your own Boot Sector or first chance you get, and you don't need any follow-up, you just need Levineer in the graveyard, in the hand, to pop your opponent back row. So yeah, you special summon Omni and search Levies, or next turn you have 2 Twisters if they don't have the negate, of course. Next, when you get Nibiru and you have Seals, of course the Red MD. For starters, I still play the Safer. I really like this card. Safer than Router is just full combo. It's one of the deck choke points, but yeah, still good to play. Nocto Vision, best extender. When you summon Strike a Dragon, you just special summon this, and also it draws you a card, which is pretty nice. Next, one chamber, of course, is this little engine on the deck. Which you get to bounce 2 if you open this, or you have a way to special summon this and get the tide into your hand. Next, for hand traps, and here you can choose to play whatever you like or whatever your local is playing, then you know what hand traps to play. So I chose the 3 Gamma, of course, because also you need to restrict yourself in playing light and darks, mostly because of the chaos space. You don't want to play like other attributes for the reason when you open chaos space, you need to pitch a light and dark. So yeah, you don't want to break there. 3 Gammas, of course, because most of the time your opponent will edge the chaos space, and if you have Gamma, it's just a free Synchro 8. 1 Driver, 2 Nibiru. As I said, these ratios you can change it whatever your locals tend to play. So 2 Ash Blossom and 3 Effect Vaders to round out our monster of the lineup. There's a lot of monsters in the deck. Next, for spells, of course, the 3 starter, the Chaos Base, absolutely beautiful. Gets you your extender without normal summon. You could go to your Romulus and also you draw a card, and also you get to add back the Light or Dark depending on what you started. Next, the Telly for the Rocket Dark type, 3 quick launch. Not much to say for this. 1 Boost Sector launch, 1 Ravine, and 1 Call By to round off our spell cards. And for traps, just play 2 Tidings. Even if you open it and you just didn't open a way to go for seals, you can just normal summon a dragon, set your Tiding, and of course you break down hand traps, so you must have more hand traps in your hand, so it's not bad opening this card. And then we go for the extra deck. Limited Striker Dragon, unfortunately, but yeah, searches your Boot Sector launch, and also has the second effect can come up sometimes. It's pretty good. 1 Pisty. Still, when you open Boot Sector, you don't want to just burn this guy. You can go for Pisty. I don't usually end up using Pisty effect anymore, even though I do play the Triple Burst for some, let's say, crazy hand when I just have all the extenders, then I might activate it, but usually don't. 2 Seals, best card in your extra deck, of course. Bounces, get you your follow-up for next turn. It's pretty good. 1 Masquerena, when you get Nibiru, of course, with a token and with usually the red MD, you want to go for Masquerena so you can have a Unicorn interruption. Quad Boral, yeah, I don't usually see myself making this card, even thinking of cutting it, but yeah, in theory it's pretty good, because on the grind games, when they just have a link and you just have enough to make this guy, then it can be pretty good, because they destroy your opponent link and special summon like 2 or 3 rockets from your graveyard. Is pretty neat. 1 Romulus, of course, to search your Ravine. The 1 Dark is super nice. You can make it pretty easy in this deck and steal your opponent DPEs, or even make 2 monsters, make link 3 pretty easy, and go for your OTK when you're just missing that 1 piece. Everybody plays Dark these days, but except for Flatteries, but yeah. Next, Unicorn, of course, for your Masquerena plays, and also Unicorn to go for access call for a quick OTK. Triple Burst, mainly for those broken hands when you just have Pisty lying around for activating the effect, and just having the arrow down is pretty good, and just go for link. Let's go for game if you're making this, pretty much. Boral Sword for OTKs, of course. Access code, same for And for synchros, Chaos Ruler, best card, Meal 5, and get you an extender or hand trap in your hand is pretty good. Savage for negation, and Hot Red for, of course, negating, and also when he attacks and inflict damage, you get to special summon a 200 defense position. And that's it for the deck profile. Also, one card I will recommend in playing aside this meta is Rivalry. You only play dragons. You don't need to go for anything else. And with the Brave Engine, they put the token on the field. I don't remember what type is the token, but I know it doesn't match with Griffin, so they don't have that negate. And if they play like Phantom Knights, even Dragons or whatever, the token is none of these types. So Rivalry can really shut them down, and nobody is expecting you to play Floodgates. So you really catch them off guard. Game 2 or game 3, game 2 or yeah, depending on you lose or you won. And yeah, that's it for the deck profile. And make sure to subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next one.